Hey everybody, my name is Dave Peraza, aka DJ Cilo, and I want to welcome the world to Mixing in the Kitchen. Three of my passions are cooking, DJing, and having my drinks whether it's wine or beer while I'm cooking. Okay, what we're gonna do on this show here, okay, we're gonna play some music, some good music. I got my man Charlie D. Diaz, the legendary Charlie D. Diaz. Flew him in from New York. Okay, he's gonna be playing some music first off his new album, The Liquid. Okay, and we got Daisy Cooks in the cookbook. Okay, and we got some cold ones in the fridge that we're gonna bust out for you in a little while. Today we're gonna be doing sofrito. Okay, and just gonna read a little excerpt from Daisy Cooks. And there's no other recipe that I could have chosen to open this chapter, let alone this book. This is one indispensable, universal, unlive-withoutable recipe. Having said that, it is incredibly easy to make and uses ingredients you can find at the supermarket. If you can't find all the ingredients listed above, see Daisy's Pantry for a simple fix. What sofrito does is add freshness, herbal notes, and zing to dishes. You can do that with the onion, garlic, and the cilantro and all the ingredients that are in this individually. But with sofrito, you get it all in one shot. So today we're going to be doing sofrito out of Daisy Cooks. You can find this book on Amazon.com. Okay, and we're going to keep it here just so you guys can see it. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to introduce my man, the legendary Charlie D. Diaz, into the show. What's up, Charlie?
What's up, David?
All right.
How you doing, man?
Yeah. Now look for his new album. Okay, it's called Liquid. Okay, you can find it on iTunes, and we're going to be playing music from his show, from his album. We're going to be playing music from his album throughout the show. Okay, now the first things you're going to need to make sofrito, okay, you're going to need what's called ajíes. These are ajíes, and you can find them at a, let's say like a neighborhood Bravo, if you have Bravo close to where you're at, or a Spanish, supermarket. And this is how they look. Okay, and what you have to do with the ajíes, you have to bust out the seeds. Okay, you got to take off the stem. Okay, wash it off. And there's a bunch of seeds on the inside. Take all the seeds out. And you do that with each one. Altogether, you're going to need about 5 ounces. To make one batch of sofrito, you're going to need 5 ounces of the ajíes. You're going to use 1 red pepper, 1 green pepper, 1 huge onion, 6 ounces of garlic. I like to buy this stuff peeled already. You'll be here all day trying to unpeel all this garlic. You could buy them like this at the Spanish store, or your local grocery store, already peeled. Okay, just weigh yourself out 6 ounces of your garlic. You're gonna need 1 bunch of cilantro. Okay, you can find this in your Spanish store, your local Spanish store. Usually with a rubber band on it. You want to use the whole thing. You want to cut the stems off. We'll show you that here in a minute. You want to cut the stems off. You want to wash that as well. And then you want to use a 3rd roll. This is called culantro. Get a nice close-up of that. This is called culantro. This is basically, culantro is basically cilantro times 3. This is like super cilantro. Culantro is super cilantro. Okay? Just remember that. And you're going to use a 1/3 of that. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get it started. We're going to start cutting things up and start washing some things. You definitely want to wash everything. So we'll go ahead and start off with our peppers. You want to wash it off. You don't know how many people walk through the grocery store and touch this thing. So definitely want to wash it off. You want to cut out the middle piece. Okay, that has all the seeds in it. And throw that down your garbage disposal. And you want to go ahead and rinse out the inside. There's a bunch of seeds and stuff on the inside. Just rinse that stuff out. you like the background music, that's Charlie D. Diaz doing his work over there. Okay? That name of the album is called Liquid. You can find it on iTunes today. You want to just slice this up. You're going to use the whole thing. You want to just slice it up so you can put it into your food processor. Okay? You want to be able to make it, make it so you can get it down the chute. Okay? So that's your green pepper. That's your red pepper, should I say? We're going to wash our green pepper. What's going on, Charlie, man? Why you so quiet over there, brother?
I'm on set.
I know Charlie from New York. Charlie and I go way back. Go back, all the way back to kindergarten, believe it or not. You New Yorkers out there probably remember the Diamond 2. He's the Diamond 1. So you want to cut up your green pepper. Now before I go on to washing and cutting the cilantro up, there's one thing we want to do. There's going to be part of this show. There's going to be part of the show every week or every month or however many episodes come out. We like to have our music while we cook, and we like to have our drink while we cook. Whether it's wine, whether it's beer. I'm a big fan of IPAs. So today we're going to sample an IPA. I'm going to invite my man Charlie to come and take a sample with me, and my cameraman Skip. Oh, by the way, America and World, my man Skip is behind that camera over there, and he's doing a hell of a job. But we're going to sample a pale ale today. It's called Iron Stock. Okay, you can find this at your local liquor store. Okay, so for you pale ale fans out there, we're going to try this out. I haven't even tried it yet, so you guys are going to try this with me. Okay, and we're gonna rate you. This is comes from Iceland. It comes from a microbrewery in Iceland. So we're gonna check it out because we can't keep on cooking. Well, we're not really actually cooking because sofrito is what you use to cook certain dishes, a lot of certain dishes. On episodes to come, we're going to be using sofrito. That's why we're starting off with sofrito today. Okay? So. Whoop. That would have been a blunder. All right. All right. Let's get one for our camera, man. All right. My man Charlie, come on into the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie D. Diaz, my brother from another mother. And this one goes out to my man Skip behind the camera. And we're going to try this pale ale.
I already sipped it.
All right. I give it an 8 out of 10.
Let me test it out again. Yeah, I give it about an 8.
About an 8? All right, so we're right on point with Skip. What would you say?
I give it an 8.
An 8 for a pale ale? Pretty good, right? All right, so this is what we're going to be drinking for the rest of the show. We only have a 6-pack, so we can't get too chopped up. But, all right, so we're going to go on to our cilantro. Now, your cilantro, you definitely want to wash that. It's a leafy vegetable. And you want to get all the dirt and things off of it, before you start using it. So you just rinse it off with some water. Make sure you get the rubber bands, all the rubber bands off. You don't want to put the rubber band in your food processor. You don't want your food tasting like rubbers, right? Okay. All right. So you want to cut off the stem off your cilantro. Let's get this iron stock out of the way here. And you want to keep all the leafy part, but you want to cut off all the stem. So you just chop that off. You don't need any of that. Okay. Put that down at your disposal. And then on your culantro, it usually comes bundled up in a with a rubber band as well. Okay, so got to take the rubbers off. So you want to bundle this out into thirds. Okay, so just kind of look at what you got and just break it off into a third. Okay, and then use one of that third for the batch of the sofrito that you're going to be making today. Rinse that off. Okay. All we have left is our onion. You want to grab a really big onion, biggest one you can find, big yellow onion, Spanish onion. Go ahead and just cut off the ends of it. And go ahead and peel it. If you do it fast enough, you won't cry. Just gotta, don't spend too much time, otherwise your eyes will start watering. Okay. Now you want to just cut this up into a couple pieces, so you can fit it down the chute. Okay. All right. You have to have a good food processor in order to make sofrito. If you don't have a good food processor, that's not going to work. Okay. You can't just use a regular blender. You want to have at least a decent food processor. Find something, at Walmart for $25-30. Okay, so basically, we got everything cut up. You want to just start putting it in your food processor. So while I start blending, my man Charlie D. Diaz is going to start blending the beats. All right? So we'll start playing some music while we blend our food, blend our sofrito. Just dump everything in, a little bit of each. Oops. Pretty easy, right? You just shove it in there. Is that gonna help you, Charlie? What's up, man? You got Charlie D. Diaz. All he wants to do is DJ. Those peppers in there for me, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie D. Diaz. All of them? Yep. That's it?
Yeah, I'm going to take this out of your way, David.
All right. Thank you, my brother. You're going to drink the rest, huh? These are the adhesives that I already chopped up. Throwing bad boys in there. Don't want to forget that. I love that track, Charlie. That's dope right there. That's hot. You guys definitely got to check out Liquid. Not to mention, we just liquefied all these vegetables. All right. Once you get everything blended up, okay, this is your final product, how it's going to look. Okay, that's your sofrito. Take a smell of that, Charlie.
Let's cook something.
Good, right? All right. So here's what I normally do. I go ahead and I put it into a pitcher. I pour it into a pitcher. It makes it a lot easier for me. Okay, to go ahead and pour it out into my jars. I put it into a pitcher like that. You know, if you have a mixer or something like that, you can pour it into into your mixer pitcher, and then from there. Okay. So there's two ways. There's two ways you can do this. One of the ways that I like to choose, that I normally choose, is I pour some into an ice tray, and I also pour some into, whenever you go to the supermarket and you buy tomato sauce, or like spaghetti sauce or jalapenos, I rinse out the jar, wash it, and then you can just pour it right into the jar. Charlie, this is for you right here, brother. You just pour it right into the jar. Okay. Now if you freeze this, you don't want to fill the jar all the way to the top. You want to bring it maybe a third way up, obviously. So because when it freezes, it's gonna expand. Okay. And then another thing that you can do is just pour it into ice trays. Okay. So you just pour it into your ice tray. You grab yourself a spoon and smooth it out. Now, what's cool about this is once you put it into the freezer, you want to use some parchment paper. Okay. You cover it with a piece of parchment paper, okay, and you put it into your freezer, okay? And what's cool about this is when you get ready to make your soups, your beef stew, whatever you're making that's going to need sofrito, because you're going to see in some episodes coming up, we're going to be using this ingredient a lot, okay? So whenever you need some, you just pop out 3 or 4 cubes, pop them into your dish, and you're good to go. Okay, the rest stay frozen in your freezer. You just keep it in your freezer until you're ready to use it. You have your cubes of sofrito. You have your jar, Sofrito. We're gonna finish filling up this jar. Charlie got the music going. What track is that, Charlie? Playing right now.
Never want to say I'm sorry.
That's pretty banging right there. I'm feeling that one. You guys definitely got to pick up Charlie D. Diaz Liquid. This is your recipe for sofrito. Okay, don't forget about Daisy Cooks. All right, you can pick this up on Amazon.com. The first recipe in here is how to make sofrito because it's one of the most important ingredients in any Spanish meal that you're gonna make. Even some Italian meals, a lot of Italian meals, a lot of Italianos use that as well. Don't forget about our pale ale, okay, that we tried out today, Einstock from Iceland. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Mixing in the Kitchen. My name is David Peraza, aka DJ Cilo. I want to thank my man, the legendary Charlie D. Diaz. Thanks for coming out, my brother.
All right.
All right,
Peace.
Charlie D. Diaz. All right, pick up his album Liquid on iTunes. Okay, don't forget about Daisy Cooks and don't forget about Einstock. Good, number 8. We gave it a number 8 on our rating. 8.